Yes, now we know how Mondays can be, and if you aren't as excited as we are, well then I guess we need to outline why you should be.
Yeah, well, Mondays remain the best opportunity for you to set a desired target for the week and of course work towards it. Secondly, just having the opportunity to take a swing at life is a good thing. It's a good thing.
Absolutely. Now, before going any further, let's introduce Mr. Anti-Perspire to Aspire himself, Mr. Mike Mesikeno, and of course, the the biggest brain in the house, which would be Mary.
Did you just say anti-perspire?
No, anti, meaning he is always against it.
Like,
Okay.
Now
I'm so scared because I know that when we are done with we will now he will give another, he will give some motivation this
don't
morning.
worry, Mazino, fire the motivation. Today is Monday. Don't mind
He
it.
cannot not give it.
You will aspire
To require.
Please give us the requirement.
I inquire.
Well, hey, what can I say? We remain loyal with a splash of savagery, and that's why I would like to share this with you guys.
Exactly.
Do not shrink to be digestible to others. Be you for you.
Okay, very announcerial.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now it's as clear as day. That's as clear as day, by the way.
Yes,
and now you need to just trust the process. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them.
Absolutely. So we intend as much as possible to lift your spirits high every single moment, worth the while, if you ask me. So just stick around. My name is Mazino Theo.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Remember, you can use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on TV.
Yes, indeed. And remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world through our mobile app that you can download from the Google Play Store and, of course, on iOS.
We also implore you, follow us across all social media platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @TVC Connect. And now we have the highlights.
Oh, yes. Let's let you guys know exactly what's coming up. So, Mary Ogundimu. Now, she is a multiple award-winning speaker, trainer, and also coach who specializes in using storytelling and deep context to restructure or reconstruct everyday narratives and life experiences. Now, she will join us on Motivation to talk about the excellent culture distinguishing yourself from others. And Bolanle Adekunle is the creative director at Bosha Signature, a millinery. Did I get that right now?
Yes.
Millinery brand that crafts, sells, and also rents stylish headwears for the contemporary woman.
That Chris guy looks like a cross between Kiss Daniel and Crayon.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, his looks like
Crisscross then?
crisscross.
Okay, could you help me hand me that? Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Well,
So how was everyone's weekend?
well, my weekend was fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, so, this weekend, awesome stuff. Of course, Saturday morning, I was on 102.3 Max FM, and that was between 10 a.m. and noon. And, of course, Sunday evening, just last night, I was also on radio, 6 to 9 p.m. I wonder if you actually listen to me. If you've never listened to me, why now? Listen to Mary Alimi on radio now. Please, I'm begging.
All right,
And then yesterday, I also went to see a movie.
You had your 15 seconds there.
Did you like the movie? Did you like the movie?
Which one was that?
As a matter of fact,
You liked
yes.
it?
So,
You're the first person now.
something I always tell people.
Okay.
Whenever I sit in front of a screen, when I bought it because I prefer reading books,
See, that's why it's a big deal
I always...
that Mary
expect
went to see a movie.
Yeah, it is.
So it's a big deal. That's what the discussion is going to
Why
be about
so
today.
violent, girl?
Mary,
Why
when you
are
were
you like
last,
this?
Mary, do you
to
remember
watch
when last went to the
Mortal
cinema?
Kombat.
So
I
what
wanted
happened?
to watch Mortal Kombat or this other one. There's this one that I also wanted to see.
So what happened?
Unfortunately, the time it will be showing 3:40 p.m. And if I should stay till 3:40, I have a show for 6 p.m. on radio. I would finish the movie like say 5:45 or thereabouts.
Make a quick dash here now. You can
No,
let it.
I would be late. I hate being late for.
Anyways, by the way, remember, yesterday was actually Workers' Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, the day before.
May 1st, sorry.
Well, you can even say today. It's a
Yeah,
long
because
holiday.
that's exactly why today was made a holiday, so that
Yeah.
everybody could get to enjoy it outside of the weekend. So wanted to say a big shout out to everybody out there who's making work even easier for everybody else. And I'm talking about the people that you actually just go by every day.
Why
on
is
the
your
way.
voice husky like this?
I had a very interesting weekend.
For a moment, I had to be like, is this Mazino? Like,
But let's not take this away. Thank you to everybody out there who makes everything happen. I'm talking about everybody from logistics to maintenance.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Workers' Day. You guys, well, the extension, you guys have to enjoy it. But thank you very much. If you're resting and watching us today, hey, this day is for you. Just, you know.
do We also have to point out the fact that we are at work.
No. This
We're
is our lot
always
in
at
life.
We media people have always been at work.
It's not work.
How many Christmases?
It's not work.
How many Christmases have you spent at home? Like, when you think about it, as media people, we always come to work on the holidays because
I think it's cool.
You get paid for it.
Exactly.
And welcome. Let's do the news this hour. My name is Mazino Pio. Now we begin this hour in Abuja, where President Muhammadu Buhari has asked journalists to be responsible, urging the media to be sensitive to Nigeria's current situations. The president, in a statement issued on Sunday by his spokesman Femi Adesina, reiterated the administration's commitments to freedom of the press. President Buhari said, and this is a quote, "The media must be sensitive to what we are going through as a country and anything that would exacerbate the situation and further inflame passions and emotions should be avoided." President Buhari said ahead of the World Press Freedom Day on May 3rd, he further said the media needs to ensure that while informing, educating, entertaining and setting agendas for public discourse, it does not encourage incendiary words and actions that could further hurt our unity in diversity. End of quote. Now, President Buhari also pledged greater cooperation with media to discharge its duties in line with the theme of this year's World Press Freedom Day, information as a public good. Now to security matters in Plateau State. The military authorities have confirmed the rescue of an abducted student of King's School, also known as Capro Secondary Mission School, located at Ganarap in Bakinladi local government area of the state. Now, it could be recalled that gunmen had in the early hours of Thursday kidnapped the students in Capro, which is a few kilometers away from the Yakubu Gowon airport and about 60 kilometers from Jos, the state capital. However, 3 of the students escaped while 1 remained in captivity. In a statement issued on Sunday, the spokesman of Operation Safe Haven, Major Ibrahim Shitu, said troops rescued the remaining students in captivity on Saturday. He said the rescue operation was achieved through the sustained search and rescue effort of the troops, adding that no ransom was paid to secure the students' release. According to the military spokesman, the rescued student is in good health condition and has since been reunited with other students in the college. From Plateau to Zamfara State now, where despite the amnesty and willful surrendering of arms and ammunition by bandits, the state still remains volatile. With the efforts by security operatives to secure the state, bandits seem not to be relenting in their quest to attack communities at will. Earlier yesterday, security operatives foiled another attack on Kuraje community of Zamfara State. During the exchange of gunfire with security operatives, unspecified numbers of the bandits were neutralized while 300 rustled cattle were recovered. Governor Bello Matawale confirmed the incident via his Twitter handle. He says the attack was foiled by a combined team of security operatives working to keep peace in the area. Mr. Matawale commended the gallantry of the troops and towards restoring peace in Zamfara and the country at large. Communities in Zamfara State have in recent times suffered attacks by armed bandits, leading to the loss of lives, property, and livelihood. And finally, in the news today, let's turn attention to Akwa Ibom State, where the sad story of a young woman, a job seeker, who was allegedly murdered and buried by a recruitment fraudster went viral a few days ago. Now, Inyabong Umoren went missing while attending a job interview in Akwa Ibom on Thursday. Unfortunately, Ms. Umoren never got the job, and in the process, she lost her life. Now, the police authorities in Akwa Ibom have confirmed the killing of Ms. Umoren and have also arrested one Uduak Frank Akman in connection to the disappearance of the young lady. According to the police public relations officer in the state, Udiko McDon, in a statement on Sunday, said the 20-year-old Mr. Akman lured Ms. Umoren to his residence under the pretext of offering her a job before he raped, killed, and buried the young graduate. He noted that Mr. Akman has confessed to the crime. Let's be careful out there. Well, that's it for the news.
Time for us to check out the newspaper headlines, and this morning we'll begin from the Punch newspaper. It has this: federal government vaccine fund runs into crisis. AstraZeneca's scarcity hits India. Nigeria may go for Pfizer, which costs $20 per dose. AstraZeneca, $4. WHO may review usage of expired COVID-19 vaccine for Nigeria. Others. Protest as Akwa Ibom fake recruiter killing job seeker. Afenifere was right by refusing to support Buhari, and that's coming from Fasoranti. We've been servicing our first bank loans, says Honeywell. NUJ kicks as Benue justifies arrest of journalist. And finally, we saved 45 northern youth from mob attack, and that's coming from Ondo. Now, from there, we move straight to the Daily Independent newspaper. And the Daily Independent has this: banks' NPLs escalate amid growth in gross loans to 20.48 trillion naira. INEC says rising insecurity may affect 2023 elections. Confirms arsonist raised INEC office in Akwa Ibom. Gunmen killed policeman in fresh Ebonyi station attack. Kill Kogi commissioner. Abduct LG chairman. And finally here, COVID-19 surge. Federal government bans travelers from Brazil, Turkey, India. Reduces PCR tests to 72 hours. That's what we have on the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. Now, from there, we move straight to the Nation newspaper. And the Nation newspaper has this: APC-PDP clash over worsening insecurity. What Buhari is doing by ruling party. That's a policeman agency chief killed in Kogi, Ebonyi. We need US-UK rescue mission, says Governor Sule. Can 6 urgent action. Here we also have DSS warns against threats to security. Labor queries NERC parameters for tariffs review. Rates adjustment from July 1. And finally, Nigeria Better Together, says Tinubu, 2,000 CCTV cameras for Lagos. That last bit of news, very interesting. Well, that's about it on the newspaper headlines this morning on Wake Up Nigeria.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back. It's the extension for Workers' Day.
It seems like Mike and I were up to something.
Yeah, Mary. But yeah, Workers' Day. This is the official day because
Yeah.
of course it was over the weekend.
Exactly.
So while on my way this morning, very early in the morning actually, the reason why I was that early was that incidentally there was light the whole day yesterday, and my
You got to
That's because they were not at work, so they left it on.
so,
Not enough places.
so the units ran out
Oh.
in the night. So the way I didn't actually look at it, the way we were planning it. So I myself and my neighbor, but two of us are the same. So it should be done like maybe today or tomorrow. But it was like the whole day.
So it
So
finished.
the night.
You know, I keep telling people that, see,
Finish.
we know quite well that it's not
Finish.
good that we don't have regular power supply.
Yeah.
But these guys don't post manage power.
Please, I beg, don't
And then the
encourage
units
them.
have gone higher, you know, right?
Don't encourage them.
It's actually started from April 1.
True.
Many people are
much
not
higher.
aware, and it's much higher.
much higher.
Like it's 53 naira per unit now,
Am I
tax
aware?
inclusive.
We are
like
aware.
VAT, and many people don't know. It's when they pay their April bill that they'll be like, "What's going
Mary, you all
on?"
know. When you're up these days for 5 days, now it's for 1 day.
Exactly.
You know.
It's
So
now more
incidentally,
expensive, oh.
I had this discussion, and I think a night OAP was rounding up, and then she said she was passing over to the next person and all that, and then she goes, "Okay, they're talking about something," and then they mention speed Darlington, and then they're like,
Speed
"Oh,
who?
speed Darlington."
Okay, the famous,
Yeah.
infamous
Ah,
bad
And
guy.
then she goes like, "Oh, okay, so what speed was he doing?" So, he was seen in New York driving an Uber. And then like, oh. And then she goes something like, life is very, you can be up tomorrow and
Down today.
down today.
I think speed
and she
has
was
always
making
driven
reference
to him.
to him being
Why?
down because he was.
I don't think there's anything
Riding
wrong
an
with
Uber.
that. I don't think there's anything.
And incidentally, I went to check out the concept of dignity of labor. It's a concept that whatever you do once is legal, it should be respected.
Yes. Yeah.
This young man, and he's actually, at least the last time I saw, was him actually even using a Benz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite an expensive Benz.
Much more than
Now, I was seeing
you know-
something this morning on our group chat, if you guys
Yeah.
saw that, where I talked about the fact that there are certain people who add to our everyday lives that we actually do not kind of like regard, and
yeah.
these people need our congratulations, especially
true.
that today
Respect.
is work and respect. I remember one time when I had a corporate job and going to work every day, I saw people in their suits stop at this lady who sold akara to buy akara and rush up to work because they couldn't buy breakfast.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me that this woman has a very important position
They
in
wouldn't
their
know
lives.
until the day she doesn't turn up.
Exactly. And then on the day when she did not come, everybody stopped there and they were like, they did not know what to do, where to get their breakfast. So those kind of people I'm saying we need to congratulate, especially even on a day like this, even if they're not working in the offices like you, they are part
And
of
against
the
of my
workers.
estate close, there's this lady that sells grilled fish. And do you know that I'd been planning to buy from her. And I found out just 2-3 weeks ago that she died last year.
Aww,
I was like, what?
that's sad. That's sad. You were going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, there are a lot of different jobs that help to build character. They help you build appreciation for positions you eventually attain. For instance, myself, I know some of the jobs I've done are things probably you wouldn't have imagined I would have done. I've cleaned hotels, I've waited tables, I've worked in a bar, you know. I've done so many different types of jobs, such that by the time we eventually got to this level we are now, you can appreciate those other people that are doing it right now.
True.
You know, I've you know, worked in a daycare center. I've done so many different things. But what are you using to help build the character of the young people in your environment? Are you talking down on those people?
And
that
that's
do
exactly what I wanted to point out.
Yeah.
You don't. I feel it was insensitive and ignorant. That two OPs go there and discuss that kind of thing, trying to make it seem. I mean,
You want to tell us their names?
Yeah.
They said that behind this. But it is, how do you go? I mean, like, you should give the young man kudos.
That he's working.
He's working.
And he's not doing anything
He would have been
illegal.
forming celebrity and be doing drugs or whatever.
Or
and then what
fraud.
do you say?
Or
Or fraud.
yes.
But he's doing an illegal job. And then you're like, you are shaming him.
You know, I once ended
you know,
a relationship
please don't.
because of that. Because the lady I was with actually was quite rude to a waiter.
Oh, wow.
And there's something called special order. You know what special order is? You don't know what's happening at the back of the counter, who's spitting in your onion rings and stuff like that. I had to, after she had talked down to her, go all the way back to apologize to the young lady. And when I came back, we ended the relationship.
And you know
Honestly.
something people fail to realize is, I know I've said this a few times, and I think I need to say it again. Just because you have a white-collar job does not mean you earn better than people who wear the
They're
blue.
building houses.
Exactly. See, these people you look down on, the pepper seller, the cleaner, the this, the that, many of them have their own private houses.
True. Yeah.
Many of them are doing way better than you. You know why? And I've said this before, because money is in the dirty places. The places you don't look at are where the money is.
The places you won't go to because you're like, oh, I can't do that.
How much do you think we get paid as OAPs? And compare what we earn to what many of these other people earn.
And then
Do you know what a conductor makes?
In the market, the conductors, they all have a job that they use to save.
1,000,
They have
5,000
all
a
sorts
day.
of things
You
to
know what?
save up
I
and
think so,
keep
but
their money.
I'd love to go into food processing or something. Yeah? And I don't mind. Like, look, not everybody, a lot of people get into, they want to be on air, they want to act because of fame or left to me, if my face could not be seen, because look, I want to go my shot.
I know.
Okay,
Tell you what, we will
People see
continue
me
this
on-
conversation on dignity and labor on our second band.
Definitely.
But you guys just hang in there. You guys also, if you guys want to send a message, do send that message. It's the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Let's talk about dignity and labor. We'll be right back. To stay tuned.
The quality of being outstanding or extremely good, that is what excellence is defined as. Now, this Monday morning, Mary Ogundimu, a multiple award-winning speaker, trainer, and coach who specializes in using storytelling and deep context to reconstruct everyday narratives and life experiences, will be here this morning. She's already here. We're talking about the culture of excellence in and also distinguishing yourself from others.
Yeah, right.
It's great to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
Now, this is going to be a very interesting discussion because, you know, many people have takes on excellence. Excellence is a word that has been verbicized quite a lot. A lot of people have used it, you know, to refer to something that's good. They say, oh, that's excellent. But hey, come on. From the definition I gave earlier, it's the top. It's the peak of the pack. It's the icing on the cake. It's, you know, that. What exactly is excellence? By your own, as a storyteller, what is excellence?
Okay, thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here. As a storyteller, I will just say that excellence is that part of you distinguishing yourself from the crowd.
From the crowd.
That part where you are outstanding, where people look at a group of people, and in that group of people, you can be singled out for something really specific. So that would be it for me.
Now, based on this definition, can we then say that it is actually not possible for everybody to be excellent?
No, we cannot say that. Let me tell you why. There are rules to the game, right? It's what you're given that you would get out. So I like to always say that when people, especially when people even talk about, personal development, I want to be good, I want to be that, I say that, the amount of effort you put into it is what you're going to get. So if you are that person who wants to be excellent in your business, in your personal life, in whatever, be ready to pay the price for excellence, because of course it comes with a price.
Now that price is a price that I believe everybody can't pay. Let's talk about the price. What is that price that is required to be paid to be excellent?
There are a lot, not just one. It's going to be you being committed to your own growth. It's going to also you being able to sacrifice for that thing that you want. So, I've got a lot of people who see great people and they say, I want to be like that person. I really like you. I want to be like you. But the truth is, whoever you admire, whoever you look up to be like, didn't wake up and get to that level. There must have been some processes the person went through. There must have been some sacrifices. There must have been some night candle burning. Are you ready to pay that sacrifice to get you to that position that you so much envy, that you so much look to get to? So that's part of the sacrifices.
Now, a number of people would say that, for instance, in a situation like Nigeria, there are quite a number of extenuating and debilitating factors that might stand against you being excellent. Maybe the system, might be fighting against you. In that scenario where just what you do normally might not get you there, but where the system maybe might be fighting against you, how does someone stand out and get to be excellent in such a scenario?
Okay. Addressing this, there's something I say, and I like to always re-emphasize it, that excellence has a voice. If you have been constantly exhibiting that nature of excellence, the environment or nature in itself has a way of channeling the right thing that attracts the kind of thing you have been giving out. So yes, I understand that, this, environment, society, a lot of things may be, coming to wage war against you, but there's something about consistency. Once you continue to do it and you keep at it, and don't forget, you are exhibiting that excellent culture, it's going to definitely pave the way. It may take time, it may not be as fast as you want it, but it would definitely make sense in the end.
How about a case of location? Does location also play a part? So, for instance, somebody says, look, if I am situated in this place, I would achieve my dreams faster. If I leave the country to this particular place, I would be better, In that kind of scenario, how does it play out? All right,
so let me answer it this way. I've been in these kind of conversations with my friends a lot of time where we say, you know what? This Nigeria is just, shortening our drive and all of that. But again, as much as location is really important, I also like to say that it will be a disaster if you are a wrong person in the right location. It's not enough to be in the right location. Yes, you need to be in the right place, in the right environment, and in the right, place that sustains your drive. But again, it's not so much about the location. Location is not going to take the overall percentage. It is about who you are as a person. When you are an excellent person in the right location, then it makes so much sense. But if you are not an excellent person and you're in the right location, no matter what it is, because again, it is you. So no matter what it is, either you are in the right location or not, if you as a person are not an excellent person, if you're not exhibiting that nature or that culture, it may be a bit difficult.
How about an excellent person in a wrong location?
That's where we're now coming to. So an excellent person in a wrong location definitely needs to switch. But you know, the truth is, right now, even from your home or from your environment, you actually see the world. Because there's internet. Like, I really have friends who are not necessarily in Lagos, but who are making their mark wherever they are. And you know, there is something also about scarcity of when you're in a place that you are even the only one that is shining, your light is brighter. So it's not, again, about maybe a right person in a wrong location. What is making your location wrong? Have you been able to discover why do you even think that location is wrong? How about if you are the light that should beam in that location? So it's a win-win. If you're an excellent person and you're able to recognize that, okay, this place that I am, it looks like I'm the only one doing this. Okay, let me shine my light. Whether other people can even light theirs from mine.
Now, you have a case where people would say they'd rather be a small fish in a big pond than a big fish in a small pond.
Right.
You know, that's what this scenario, based from what you're saying now, is this and all that. And then people talk about how, you know, it could be hard for them to move. You know, are you trying to say that, let's talk about that. I'm still talking about that location now. I'm trying to say that do you have to stay somewhere? If you're excellent and you are in that wrong location, should moving be a priority?
All right. So I personally think that there is a proper time for everything. If you are in a location that is right or wrong, you should have some forecast for yourself, right? You should have that projection to say that, you know what, I think I want to leave this space for this time or at this particular time. And I'm not just leaving because I'm excited about the point of leaving, or maybe I'm excited because, oh, I'm going to change environment. And all. I'm leaving because I know that when I leave, it's going to be better, right? So it's not just about, okay, I want to leave this place. When you're leaving, what are you going to do? What are you even leaving for? Where you are going to, are you sure that by the time you begin to replicate this thing that has been doing for you over here that is working, are you sure that environment will really support those things?
Okay, wonderful. Now, when we introduced the subject, we spoke about the culture. Culture is a way of life of people.
Right.
How do we make excellence become our second nature or our own way of life, say, in Nigeria?
In Nigeria. So I feel like this is really the responsibility of everyone. Only one person would not be able to do it. So imagine if everyone in this room has that excellent mentality, has that excellent culture. About 10 of us, right, we mix with other people. And wherever we are, we continue to spread that gospel to say, you know what, this thing can actually be done better. You can be more. There is more to you. And then the people will spread it to catch the fire, you know, and then they also take it across to people they say. And little by little, that's how it spreads. And that's what I believe.
Are you sure we can do that?
We can.
Is that possible? Because I remember...
When you look through history, right, you feel like, I don't think it's possible, especially in a place like Nigeria where, you have people with different kind of mentality. You know, I still just believe that I hope there will be a time in history anyways where we'll be able to say that, oh, we have gotten to this level. It may take time. It's going to be some gradual, maybe snail movement kind of effort, but I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic.
Okay. All right. So I'll not round up. I remember this just came into mind. I remember this German auto manufacturer, and then he goes into the shop, and then someone does some slipshod haphazard work there, and then he goes like, that's not German. Don't do that. Germans are expected, when it comes to cars, we're expected to be excellent. Like that's not the German culture. So yes, it's possible that the people can become an excellent people, and the culture of excellence, of course, can be proliferated. Thank you very much, Mary. It was great having you this morning.
Thank you.
All right, that's it. I hope we can ensure that wherever we are, we exemplify the culture of excellence. That's all for Monday Motivation. We'll take this time out now. There's still more to come on the show.
Yeah.
I've been trying to bust a move, but you can't do that when you're wearing one of these every time.
No, not in a full suit. No.
I know. Now, a smile is one language or expression that is recognized globally, except for money, of course.
Of course. But we hope that we can extend our smiles to you this morning with the hope that that lights up your day.
Yes, and maybe some money as well. But in any...
Well, you want to be sending people money?
No, actually, I was doing giveaway yesterday. I think best man, our producer, and Olamide, our senior producer, were very, very lucky. I give them to try to Faki.
Wow!
I was feeling generous.
Blessings.
Anyhow, good morning once again, and welcome to the second hour of the most exciting family entertainment breakfast show where we are sharing money. Wake up, Nigeria.
Remember, every single edition of the show has been curated just for you. And the question today isn't who's going to let me, but who's going to stop me.
Yes, indeed. Take control of your own situation. At any given moment, you have the power to say, this is not how I want the story to go. This is how I want it to end.
Yes, so.
Yes.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And my name is Mazino Appeal. Remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
Remember, you can also watch us live from anywhere across the world. Just have our mobile app handy. Just download it from Google Play Store or indeed iOS.
And we also implore you to follow us across all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and use it. We are at TVC Connect. Oh, by the way, can everybody do me a small favor out there?
What?
What's your handle again?
At Titi the Dynamite.
Can please send Titi a message because she's a bit down this morning. I want her to.
I will never be down in the mighty name of Jesus.
Aha, it's working.
Up in Jesus' name.
Do that for me, please. Send her a message, all right? Thank you very much. All right, let's let you know what's going to happen for the rest of 45 minutes. Creative director at Bosch Signature, millinery brand that crafts and sells and also rents stylish headwears for the contemporary woman.
Bosch Signature started operations 5 years ago. Just 2 members of staff. Now they've trained over 20 milliners, both young and old. It's going to be a great conversation. Yeah.
And then, of course, we have Mike Messikeno.
Yeah.
In the studio.
Looking fly with his red turtleneck. What's going on?
He's like, okay, did I miss a memo?
I don't understand.
It's not my birthday.
What is the culture for, May Day celebrations? Like when you Workers' Day? No, of course, now there is. Across the world, there is. Well, have you ever done anything significant on May Day? Yeah.
I don't. Maybe I think that once or twice I've been involved with CSR.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'm trying to remember. We just,
I was thinking about that.
On all over, but we prior to this time, let's say like 10 years, we used to have a time when the Workers' Union in Nigeria,
used to come together.
The NLC used to be a little bit more. I don't want to use the word. There's a word in my mind I don't want to use, but there used to be a little bit more obvious or maybe a little more visible. So you'd always see them make some demands on Workers' Day and push for their demands, speeches, and all.
But they made demands. They've directed people to go on strike.
No,
it's not.
Trust Mary to take it to the other side of 100.
Now you said they are not functioning.
In any case, Mary, tell you what.
I said they're not functioning.
This is it. Yeah. Now, what about those people who were talking about dignity in labor from before? And in South Africa, it's becoming very, very rampant that men are beginning to take the seats at home so that their wives can actually go and make the bacon. It's becoming a very, very interesting thing. What?
I would love that.
Would you now? Seriously?
I would absolutely.
You'd like to wear the pants, wouldn't you?
I believe that one person has to take care of the children.
Okay, so if it's the man,
to go to work. So, baby, would you like to stay?
What if stay at home doesn't mean take care of children? What if we don't want children?
Some people don't want children.
But for me, if you are married to a woman who is in front, say for instance, someone like an Okonjo-Iweala in that level, see, you can make money at home. You can make money at home. I will stay.
I would like you to know that stats now.
I will stay. I will be driving you to
actually show that men who stay at home work more, given more than stay-at-home moms. Stay-at-home dads actually put in more effort than stay-at-home.
Yeah, because
moms.
it's difficult.
It doesn't come naturally to them.
Exactly, it's not very natural.
But then again, with regards to South Africa, it's been said many times that South African women love Nigerian men a lot more than in some cases South African men.
It's not been said. It is
because
it's not said.
I'm wondering exactly why they love Nigerian men.
Because Nigerian men actually provide and they work more than South African men.
We know how to make them feel like women.
I thought it was other reasons.
We know how to make them feel like women.
It's about
like women.
Welcome back. Now we're here with the chef in the kitchen. Chef Isaac is back. How's it going?
Fine, thank you.
All right, let's talk about what we're making today as quickly as possible. Some really interesting ingredients here. Not things you see every day, I have to say. Tell us what the name of the dish is.
Okay, it's prawns temedor and the spicy sweet potato.
Okay, say that slower. Prawns
temedor.
Temedo.
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 Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
And spicy sweet potato.
Spicy sweet potato. Now,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of sweet potato.
Great.
First of all, because it's more affordable than yam in the market.
That's true.
If you weigh the yam and weigh the sweet potato, you get more sweet potato for the same amount of money.
That's true.
That's better for me. But then again, it's actually quite tasty.
Yeah.
You know? So what's the first thing we're going to do? We're going to list the ingredients we have here.
Okay.
All
so
right, start with us.
these are tiger prawns.
Okay.
Yes, and then these are sweet potato. This our butter, our cheese, mushroom cubes,
Okay.
seasoning cubes. These are our corn flour.
Okay.
To thicken it. And these are salt for taste. The Brazil, the black pepper for extra spicy, mustard.
Mustard.
Make it more, soft and everything. So these
Okay.
are flour, onions,
Okay.
green bell pepper. These are scotch bonnet pepper, our
Okay.
parsley and celery.
What's this?
That's our lemon.
Lemon, okay,
Yeah.
or well, it's green. It looks like, I don't know, lime, lemon. I don't know. When it's
lemon.
green, I always see it to be lime. But
Okay.
you're using this for
Basically, when you're serving any seafood, you opt to cut a lemon with it.
Okay.
So this seafood, and I'm going to cut a slice of lemon.
All right.
For you eat it. So these are our cream, whipped cream, and these are vegetable oil.
So I believe there's something you're going to do to this prawn, right?
Yeah,
Let's work on the prawn. Let's see what you're working on with the
great.
prawns.
You know,
Start with
actually, I've done a great work here by
Already?
washing it already.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is to remove the meat from it.
that. Okay.
Yes, remove the meat because we're serving the tomato with this.
Oh.
With the shell, actually. So just remove the meat from it, then we start our work. And after then, we dish it in. Though it's clean already.
Okay, so you cleaned it by removing the vein, I guess.
Yeah.
That was all?
You cut it. You know,
Okay.
actually, it's like this. You have to cut it.
Have you
very
cleaned
sharp
all
knife.
of them? I think we
Yeah.
still have some.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
all right.
I've cleaned all of them.
Okay.
So you just have to remove it gradually like this.
Okay.
What it's trying to do is you're trying to make sure the shell is not affected.
Okay.
While you're removing it.
So you want the shell to remain intact
Exactly.
while you remove the flesh of the
The prawns.
prawns.
Exactly.
Okay. I love the color of this prawn. You know, it's dark because I heard that once it's very dark, that means it's fresh. But once it starts turning pink,
Yeah, back.
all right.
So here we go. That's all.
Okay, so you have the meat now.
Yes, Ali.
Where we put? I guess we could put that. Are we spicing it or doing
Of course,
anything to
of course. We just have to cut it. Cut
Okay.
it so like this. Make it a very small size.
it? Okay.
Sizes are very okay.
Okay, like bite sizes.
Yes, Ali. That's all.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
So, what happens next?
What happened next is we have to go with the stuffs that are more needed because prawns is a little bit more easy while making it. So basically, I will be peeling my sweet potato now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it can be more fast.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Is it
so,
the potato peeler or?
This is it.
Okay. All right. So I'm someone that likes to boil my potato with the skin. You know,
Okay.
I've always been a fan of
Yeah,
doing
it's
that.
actually very healthy. Very healthy. Most especially Irish potato. It's very nice.
Once you boil it with the skin, it tends to just fall off. But I'm not sure what you're planning to do with the potato, so which is why
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Are you planning to boil the potato or?
You can set it's a choice.
Okay.
Boiling is very nice. Yeah, I'm going to fry it
Oh,
later on.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm going to fry it. But when you boil it, I think it's more better. It's really very much better because then it's very soft after frying it.
Okay.
Very, very soft and tastes very nice because you're going to boil it along with the salt. So the salt is just going to, infuse into the potato.
Beautiful. So you boil a little then, just for a bit.
Okay. no problem.
How long are you planning to boil
In
for?
less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because basically we're not going to make it totally done. So it do not get some effect while frying it. You understand? So when you make it totally done, it's going to be probably breaking
Okay.
while you're frying it. So I'm just going to like parboil it.
All right. So how are we slicing this before we go to a break? How are we slicing it? Round?
Straight.
Straight.
not round.
Okay.
Like
Julienne. All right. Amazing.
It's very strong.
We have to take the list of ingredients one more time so that people at home that are trying to make this themselves can give it a try. We have, of course, prawn thermidor and spicy sweet potato, butter, prawns, mustard, mushroom, chopped garlic, whipping cream, chopped green peppers, parsley, corn flour, black pepper, sweet potato, of course, and celery with seasoning cubes and scotch bonnets. Amazing. So please try it at home and make sure you post your videos online and give us that hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC so we can see exactly what you've been up to. Let's take a quick break now. There's still quite a lot happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
Well, it's even better the second time around. Welcome to our SME segment. Let's talk to Bolanle Adekunle. She is the creative director at Bush's Signature, a millinery brand that crafts, sells, and also rents stylish headwears for the contemporary woman. Now, Bush's Signature started operations 5 years ago with just 2 staff members, but has now trained over 20 milliners, both young and old. Now, the company's penchant for making signature headpieces for high-profile people. Bush's Signature renders millinery services and training to people across Nigeria and the world. Now, she joins us now on our SME segments. You are welcome, Bola.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. And you are welcome as well, whoever you are. But let's talk about Bush's Signature. You guys have been in business for how long did we hear? 5 years?
Yes.
Okay. It's interesting that we have a culture of hats, especially on Sunday mornings. And women always like to look that, well, decorated when it comes to going out, especially the church and the rest. Now, was there a need, and how did you find this need to start crafting hats and headgear?
Actually, I will start from how the business started. I left my paid job at LASA. I was working with Lagos State Signage and Advertisement Agency.
Okay.
So after leaving, I decided to take a millinery course because I see, right from time, I always like this fashion aspect. Why, fashion is wide, and I didn't really know how to go here. Yeah. So I decided to look for a niche, which was the hats aspect. And I started creating pieces for my church members. Yeah, exactly. That's where you start from. Because the church members really give you the platform, seeing you wearing your own pieces and like, where do you get it for? Oh, I made this myself. I made this myself. They started patronizing. Okay. So after that, I started doing a little collaboration with some, vocational centers, training people on how to make headwears.
Now, we're going to talk about that training part. But first off, I wanted to know how long it takes for one person to actually master the art to be able to make pieces like this. If I'm, say, a person who wants to go into that form of fashion, for instance, what kind of training would I be looking for? How long will that training last?
Now, at Bush's Signature, we usually train for 2 weeks, like every day.
Every day for 2 weeks, 14 days or
That
10?
is not the only training, because like millinery is an ongoing training.
Okay.
It's a bit too wide. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Fashion keep evolving, and you keep seeing new styles, new designs, new materials to work with, and a lot of things come into it. But the basic is roughly like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Then after that, you can keep training yourself on other aspects.
So apart from the training, you also need to be creative.
That is even the most important thing. You have to be creative.
Because you're going to need to make designs that people haven't even thought about, and all of that. So I can imagine the kind of efforts that would go into it creatively. Now, you started with just yourself and another member.
Yes.
And if I was to ask generally, how much would you say you guys, if you don't mind, make, say, in a month? She breathes. Because I'd like people to know how lucrative this...
Yeah, the business is lucrative, especially when you have the clientele. Yeah. Because, your clients determines what you're bringing to the table, and your creativity. Okay. Let me put it that way, because you have to create something out of the ordinary. And when people see it and admire it, that's where you can sell. Because when you're good at what you do, you sell. There's no way you don't sell. And like you said, if I want to say roughly in a month,
I want to know if I can leave my paying job.
A You can leave your paying job if
I
you
can.
want to.
Hey,
Yes.
that's it, TVC. Peace. Okay, now let's leave that alone now. Let's talk about real estate and space. How much space do you need to be able to start this kind of a business?
Now, I didn't start with so much space. And even right now, I'm working from home.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
because COVID-19, a lot of things. So then I have to move from my former area, So presently, I'm working from home. You don't really need so much space if you don't have it.
Okay.
But it's good when you have space, to display and all that. Then to work, have a studio that you work. Because if that's your kind of creative room, for me, when I have my corner, I get created in that corner.
Nice.
You understand?
Nice.
I don't want any disturbance. So you don't really need so much space. Just have your work table and your materials available.
Okay. Let's talk about this training. You've trained over 20 people.
Yes.
Mostly male or female? Which one now?
I've not really trained men.
You've not
I've
trained
trained
men, okay.
female, adults,
Adults
old.
and young people.
But I've had grandmas.
Oh, nice, interesting. So this is also another income inlet for you
Yes.
at Bosha Signature as well.
Yes.
Did you also need a specific kind of training to be able to train people, or is it just, hey, I'm creative and I can impact that knowledge in people?
No. Apart from skill, you still need to keep learning. The inborn skill, you still need to keep learning. Because like I said, it's wide. There are some things you will see, you really want to learn it, then you bring your own creativity into it. That's what makes the difference. Because you can't know it all. Understand? So we keep training. I keep training myself every time.
Right. Now, there's somebody out there who's perhaps watching us right now and has been thinking to herself or himself what to go into. I'm talented when it comes to the arts, but I want to be able to just use these talents, the passion I have, to be able to make money. From concept to realization to finances. How can you walk us through that step from a beginner, someone who's not started at all, what they need to do and where they're going? Can you do that for us?
Now, I want to say, for beginners, I want to encourage you that you don't need to have everything. Because if you wait till you have everything, you're not going to start. So you start with whatever you have. First, you get the training. Get trained.
Okay.
The basic level. As you work and perfect your craft, you move on to, advancing yourself.
Now, if I have, how much do I get started with?
Now, materials are on the high side. Because the way we buy materials, cinnamon and all that before, it's quite high now. But you can still work with 20,000.
Okay.
You still work with 20,000.
If I am able to, after getting training, get 20,000 naira and then I push out my work, how do I get people to actually see it? Where do I go? Where do I display them? Especially that, you know how real estate is to rent these days. What do I do?
Now, first thing is to go online.
Online. I knew the answer to that.
Yes, because if you don't have a store, as a physical store, it's better you go online.
Okay.
Let people see what you do. Tell people around you. Maybe church members, your friends, let them wear your headpiece.
Okay.
And because by the time they start
Modeling it for
wearing,
you.
yes, it's a way of adverts.
Okay.
People see it and like, oh wow. Then make sure your work is neat.
Very neat. Precisely.
Very neat. The finishing aspect has to be top-notch.
Okay. And then after that, how do I start to charge people? Do I charge them like, this is my creation, I'm going to have to charge you very, very expensively? Or do I use that as another avenue to get my work out there and charge them minimal? What do you advise?
Now, in handmade crafts, there's a way we charge. Now, you charge based on the material and your own time, your creativity, expertise.
Time spent,
Yes,
material
the time
used.
you spend, the material you use, all the logistics put together.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to start breaking it down.
Okay, you don't want to break it down.
That's just the process anyway. You put your materials together, your own time, your own experience, time you have taken to learn, all those things,
Yeah,
then the
interesting.
transportation and all that.
All right. So let's talk about these pieces here now. What exactly is this Medusa of a thing? What is it?
Yeah, this is a crown, and it's one of our new collection.
Okay.
It's a wire work with bead and a leather.
Okay. I can see the leather there.
Yes.
That's leather there. And these are
wire
These are
works.
wire. Oh, it's
Yes.
wire.
Yes, with beads.
All right, interesting. And then on there, that is not a crown. It looks like something I've seen my mother wear back in the days, only this time a little bit more elaborately ornamented. What is that now?
This is an headband.
Okay.
Just a bit, design. Let me
Okay.
just say credit that to.
Let me, I was hoping Mike would be around to model it for us. Mike, do you mind, Mike? He's not around. So, yes. So something of this nature would cost how much exactly?
Now, this roughly put it at 85.
35.
Yes,
Wow.
8,500.
8,500 now.
Not
Oh.
85.
I was like, wow, I better start, making some hats and headgear and stuff. But that's interesting. And the material are locally sourced.
Yes.
The nets, then all. Okay. That's very interesting. I can see you already have it branded under there, Bosch's signature.
Yes.
So how important is branding your material, branding your products?
Branding is very, very important because it speaks about the whole business.
Okay.
You have to invest in branding, and that's actually what we are working on.
Okay.
But when we started, we didn't really see, or we didn't do that. We just started
Yeah.
and started making hats. But branding is important now because it tells people about what you do, even without seeing you. Tell people about who you are, and
It
just
speaks
give
for
them,
you,
yes,
even,
It speaks.
And it
Tell
also
them
puts
everything
that
about
bit
the
of
business.
final touch to it to make you understand that it is actually well made and intentionally produced. Wow.
So anyone who sees it, I know, this is Bosch's signatures.
Okay.
This.
Well, that is very, very interesting. Now, so we've walked through your entire, not the entire, but your beginning up until now. We know how much you can make these things. Where do you get the material? I was going to ask earlier, if they're locally sourced, are there specific places that people can go and get them? Well, maybe not absolutely specific, but markets, zones, regions and stuff.
Yeah, most times I go on the highland.
Okay.
So when I'm buying in large quantity.
Are these materials specifically for hats, or are they just material that you can just creatively put together?
Not all.
Okay.
Like this is specifically for hats, though we have some tailors who use them now to do gown, make the puff and all that.
Yeah.
Then this is a feather. And this an headband. That
Okay.
on top
Yes.
is a big button.
Okay, that's what
So
it is.
you can source for your material and your creativity, you just bring it out, bring something out. It doesn't have to be the...
You're also wearing one, by the way. We almost
Yes.
forgot about that. Now, that's sort of like this. Then,
Yes,
isn't
this is
it?
a leather headband.
Leather, okay.
With pearl.
Okay,
wire
the
work
pearls,
with
I can see
pearl.
the pearls. Okay, that's very interesting. And you can use this in your regular everyday dressing, whether you're
Exactly.
going to work, whether you're going to church. Not just for church, because I know
No.
mostly we always think about church. Well,
Photo shoot.
Photo shoot and all of that.
Or any other event.
It's fantastic having you here to explain and spend all this time with us explaining how we can get started with our crafts. But as much time as you've spent here, would like to reward you for that, also giving us all the ideas that would need to start our own millinery. So let's invite you over to the kitchen where the ladies are going to be serving you some sweet seafood, and I hope that you've got the appetite for it. Why don't you come this way? We have Titi and Miriam in the kitchen. Please join them.
Please come along.
Yeah, I sit.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the
So
kitchen.
Chef Isaac has been hard at work trying to make sure that we got this extra special dish prepared for you. Welcome to the kitchen. Now, this is, you're going to have to pronounce that word for me again.
Okay, no problem. Prawn stemidor.
Stemidor.
Yeah,
Prawn
and
stemidor.
spicy sweet potato.
Spicy sweet potato. So he's actually done something amazing. He spiced the flesh of the prawn itself, cooked it with some amazing spices and cream, right?
Yes, I like.
And we put some nice cheddar cheese on top.
And mushroom.
Yeah.
Quite very nice. So I would love to serve you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
There you
Please
go.
have a taste. Have a taste. Where are you going to start from?
Wow.
Correct
Let
expression.
me start with the potato.
Great.
Potato. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's really nice.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Glad. Go ahead and taste the seafood. But we have, of course, as always, run out of time. And it happens like that whenever you're having a great time on the show. But we're going to be back here again tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. as always. Mazino and Mike are, sitting pretty well.
Catch you guys
lounge.
tomorrow.
Yeah? And we'll be catching you again, of course, tomorrow morning. Your View is next, people. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.